Greetings. I thought today we'd talk about something which I think is an interesting topic, which is guns. A lot of people have strong emotions when it comes to guns, and I'm not really one of those people. I don't have a strong opinion on guns. I own guns. I have multiple handguns and multiple rifles, but I don't really freak out about the topic. One of the things I think is really interesting is the shooting that took place at the church down in Texas. When the media, when they talk about that whole incident, they don't really talk about the guy who shot the maniac and stopped him from killing more people, which I think is really unfortunate. The guy's a hero in my opinion, and it should be recognized. I have no doubt in my mind that had he not stood up and shot that guy, that there would have been a lot more deaths. And like I say, I think he's a hero. But recently, I'd seen a video that was kind of interesting also, where a terrorist that was from America, apparently, New York, they think, had released a video where he was encouraging more shootings like the one in Las Vegas. He was saying, to the other terrorists, exploit the United States gun laws and get as many rifles and pistols as you can and go out and kill as many people as you can. So to me, that actually means that more people who are innocent, good citizens should carry a gun to protect themselves. When these people go out and commit these acts of terror, they don't picture you as having any means to defend yourself. They picture you as being slaughtered. So the best way to stop these people is to be prepared for them and shoot them dead. That's my opinion on the subject. But the problem is, it's kind of a common sense issue to me. Not everybody should have a gun. There are people who don't know how to handle them safely. There are people who will use them in a criminal way, but I don't think we can stop that. I had been really curious as to how many mass killings there had been and what type of weapon was used, and I found this website that's actually a government website where they listed how many people had died, what year it had taken place, and what type of weapons were used. And surprisingly, it wasn't assault rifles that were being used, it was handguns. And I got to thinking about that, and I thought, well, the reason they're using handguns is because they're easier to hide. I mean, that's kind of an obvious thing. How you hide an assault rifle when you're going into a public place is pretty tough. You could do it, probably, but it's pretty tough. I have an assault rifle with a collapsing stock, which, maybe if you're wearing a trench coat or something, you could hide in the trench coat. I don't know. But, yeah, there can be serious repercussions to owning a gun, though. Things can go definitely very wrong. When I was a teenager, I knew a kid who accidentally shot and killed his brother. And that totally destroyed him. You could tell he was a far different person after that. And I think his parents always blamed it against him, which is sad. He was a good kid. He was just kind of mixed up. And then not too long ago here at the Walmart in Hayden Lake, if you know where that is, there was a woman who was shot dead by her toddler right in the store. So things can and do go wrong for sure. Not everybody should own a gun. And to me, if you're going to take a gun out in public, you probably shouldn't have a live round in the chamber, just in case, something like that does happen, and somebody does accidentally squeeze the trigger. Well, at least it's not going to fire a round and kill somebody. Or have a gun with a safety. But I don't know. There's no promises or guarantees with guns. I have relatives that are very, very passionate about guns. if they were to be restricted in any way, those people would be very upset. But I think there should be some restrictions, honestly, like gun shows. I've seen news coverage where people would go into a gun show, buy a bunch of assault rifles, and then go out in the parking lot and sell them to Mexicans for them to take back across the border, which obviously is a serious problem. And then you have people who, like the Las Vegas shooter, find ways to break the law and find loopholes and get these bump stocks installed on semi-automatic rifles to turn them into fully automatic rifles. People may not realize that that's highly illegal and a serious offense. It's you can get a fully automatic weapon legally, but you have to go through a hell of a lot to do it, and you have to have a special permit, and the government is really going to drill into your life big time if you want to be one of these people. It's not like having a concealed weapons permit. It's much more serious than that. But yeah, that's pretty much my opinion on guns. I think they're a good thing to have in the right hands, and I think that they're obviously a very bad thing to have in the wrong hands. I think we should be taking these people that are terrorists and treating them as such and ship their asses down to Guantanamo Bay and torture them. I don't have any problem with that. If you're an enemy of the United States, you've gone and done as this terrorist has suggested and kill a bunch of innocent people who never did anything to you. Torture those bastards. Torture them and find out everything they know. As far as I'm concerned, they're subhuman and deserve to die, frankly. Yeah, I'm pretty much a no punches pulled kind of guy when it comes to terrorists. I don't have any patience for them. It's the way it is. I'm sure I've probably irritated some people with my opinions, but that's not my intention. I think that guy who shot the maniac down in Texas at the church should be recognized, and the media just focuses on the maniac, which is wrong. These mass shootings didn't become such a problem until they got so much media coverage, and now people have got ideas in their heads. We've always had mass shootings. I'm going back to that website I was mentioning earlier, the government website. We've always had shootings, but there certainly wasn't any children involved like there was at Sandy Hook, and most of them didn't involve assault rifles. They were handguns. So I actually think assault rifle sales are a side effect of the Obama era. I don't have anything against Obama. I'm not for or against any politician, really. I don't believe that politics are a natural way for man to live. So, but yeah, the thought was when Obama was president was that he was going to ban assault rifles. So I think a lot of them got sold that wouldn't ordinarily be sold. But that's my opinion on the topic. Look forward to your questions and comments as always, and I hope you're having a great day. Talk to you soon.